So they were grooming me, my parents, family, and so on. They had a premeditated scheme to torture me. They basically were abusing me pharmacologically, verbally, mentally. They're narcissists. And they expected at some point for me to explode in righteous rage. They wanted me to come back with a vengeance and scream and shout and not make any sense. They basically wanted me to get to the point where I exploded and was like one of these horrible, not like behaved like a horrible dictator who screamed and shouted and acted like a monster. But what they failed to realize, they didn't know the first thing about me. They didn't know I was an emotional person. They're self-absorbed. They didn't know me. They didn't want to get to know me. The only person who was really getting to know me was Dr. Garrett, who was listening to me. All they wanted to do was abuse me, and they wanted me to explode in righteous rage and then become this monster, like this supervillain. But, people, they didn't really want to listen to who I was as a person. They didn't want to get to know me. Basically, don't scream, don't shout, don't get angry, play the violin, behave emotionally, because they want me to be a rage-filled, angry monster, because it makes them look like the heroes, it makes me look like the despicable person, which was their narrative, which is false. Instead, play the violin, cry about the suffering they put me through, expose the narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths for who they actually are. And, they tortured somebody who desperately needed a friend, who desperately needed love, because they thought it would be amusing for me to explode like a monster into a supervillain, but instead, cry about it.